What's up, everybody? So I had an idea. Hopefully, you guys like it. I'm going to give you a little play-by-play on how the Knoxville Nationals went. I have a full video of the in-car cam from Knoxville. So I'm going to let you watch the race from my point of view, what's going through my mind, and kind of my thought process through every corner, going into the race, and all those things. So we'll start the video here. We're pacing the field here, four wide. So I'm starting the front row of the Knoxville Nationals. I have Jeff Gordon there, Mark Webber, all the people from Exalta, Wade Robinson, people I've never met before till the Knoxville Nationals, and we have this huge sponsor on the car. So I feel that pressure is at an all-time high to perform. Our prelim night, Capitani Classic, before that went extremely well. So our confidence is high, but you just don't know how these races are going to play out. And it's the most pressure as a sprint car driver you could ever have, having our biggest race of the year, starting on the front row, and all these other people here watching you. So going into the race, my goal is to try to get a good jump and being second coming out of turn two, and I didn't get a good jump there because the inside had a lot more grip, so Joey slides me. I turn underneath him. All right, now I'm settling in third. Joey goes to the top. I'm going to go where he doesn't. Try to run the bottom, get back around him. So right now I'm like, okay, I got to get rolling because I don't want to get passed for fourth here. So I was most comfortable on the bottom in 1 and 2, so I kind of went to the bottom 1 and 2. Watched how Joey and Aaron were racing there, and I seen Joey was really gaining on Aaron on the top, so decided to move in the top in 3 and 4 and just try to keep pace with these guys since they're running side by side. It's really important right now to gauge what line's faster. So I know this when it comes my time to make a move on somebody, or if there's somebody pressure me, I know what lane's the fastest and what lane my car feels the best. So we're just logging laps right now. Joey and Aaron are running really good. I decided to stay on the top for a couple laps, get my momentum up. I'm starting to feel here that 3 and 4 feels really nice, but I'm kind of unsure in 1 and 2. When you start dragging that left rear going into the corners, you're really scrubbing speed. But right now I'm maintaining, but here I turned down because I just wasn't feeling that good. But a caution just came out. So kind of resetting. Knoxville Nationals is single car or single file restarts, so not like the Outlaws or double file, so a little bit different mentality here with single file restarts. So right now I'm just looking to regain my composure here and try to get a good start. Joey's going to the top, Aaron's going to the bottom, so I'm looking to get a good jump, try to roll the bottom really nice here in 1 and 2 and try to get by Joey. So Joey kind of protects with the slider line. I go to the bottom to try to rip the corner really good, kind of get up on the berm, get side by side with Joey. He kind of, not crowds me, but runs the slider line again. I decide to commit to the bottom and don't hit it that great. So Joey, holds on to spot number 2. So I can't follow him into the corner. I decided to continue to run the bottom. I really like 1 and 2 on the bottom and top 3 and 4, but with Joey for sure running the top in 3 and 4, I couldn't follow him. So I ran slider line to kind of protect, try to get the momentum back up, and right back to the bottom of 1 and 2. Just trying to hit my marks. If you mess up 1 or 2 corners, you got somebody behind you. So another caution came out. We're back green. Same thing's going to happen. Aaron's going to go to the bottom. Joey's going to protect slider line, and I'm going to run the bottom. Obviously, we got a lot of dirt on the webcam right here, but I run the bottom, get side by side with Joey. He crowds me a little bit more that time, and you kind of need to run it in hard so he doesn't take all the air off, but you still need to hit the bottom. But he did a good job protecting, so I got all messed up. Joey goes to the top, I go back to the bottom. Aaron's kind of smooth sailing, and this is kind of good that me and Joey were racing because Aaron thought, oh man, I'm doing pretty good on the bottom. Nobody's passing me, so this is really working out, which helps me later in the race when you see this. But right now, we're both kind of gaining on Aaron. Running the bottom 1 and 2, Joey's running the top all the way around, but Aaron's searching around in 3 and 4 really costs himself a lot of time. But he doesn't know that because he's in the lead and wrong spotters or mirrors. So Joey all over Aaron. Aaron senses that Joey was close to him there off of 4, but right now I'm just running my line. Joey runs a slider line of 1 and 2, and I nailed 1 and 2 on the bottom, able to get underneath him and slide him into 3 and 4 there. Now I'm really hauling the mail. I decided here to go in the middle to try to pick up the moisture that gets thrown up from the bottom. Did not work as good. We were too loose to do that, so it just did not work good. So now I'm running the top of 3 and 4, and then I'm going to attempt to run the bottom of 1 and 2, but I'm always searching to try to find that line. It's going to be impossible to follow him in the corner on the bottom and catch him and pass him if we're running the exact same line. So that's why you find myself searching around a little bit to try to find something, but the middle was not there that night. It was other nights, but not that night. For some reason, Aaron goes to the bottom of 3 and 4 there and get a big run on him. So I run it hard into 1, tried to slide up to grab the marbles. Again, we're too free. It's not working. So he continues to slide himself around the bottom in 3 and 4, and that's really saving me. If he ran the top of 3 and 4, I would have no shot in passing him. Since I could not follow Aaron to the corner, no lines were working, I decided to go to the top here, get a pretty solid run, and I don't know if I planned on passing him here. I thought I was too far back, but in the video, I cleared him pretty good. So running the top there, I think, gave me some more mile per hour down the straightaway. I was able to slide him there, textbook, and he wasn't able to turn back underneath me. So now I know bottom 1 and 2, top 3 and 4 for sure. I felt pretty decent on the top there in 1 and 2, and I just ripped it, but I just felt more comfortable running the bottom 1 and 2. So now in the lead, this is like around lap 13 or 14, I think I got the lead. Now we're just logging laps. Hit your marks. Lap traffic's coming, so pay attention to what's going on in front of you. You know, what are we going to do here? We're running my lines. Is he running my lines or not? This guy's running top 1 and 2, top 3 and 4. Kind of the easiest line. As you can see right there, I got extremely free. And it's tricky to run the bottom of Knoxville. It is not easy. It's a lot safer and easier to run the top, but if you hit the bottom, you can really gain some time. So I struggled there last lap. Here I think I'm going to hit it a lot better. Slow down. Still getting loose in the center of the corner. I can't hit the exit off of 2, so that shows that we're too free. I think I grabbed a little bit of wing there, but not too much. So not that we're struggling right now, but we're just not tight enough to run the bottom right now. We have that right rear in the slick, and just the car is not set up to do that. So there I hit it decent, but again, I can't hold the exit at 2 there. And that's not good that early in the race, because it's only going to get thinner and thinner and less grip. So, but we're still gaining on these guys in last. Obviously, they're in dirty air. Here again, I try to search the middle to pick up the marbles. Doesn't really work, but I feel extremely good all race, the top at 3 and 4. The car just rolled around the top, no problem. It was super easy to run there, which is sometimes tough. Knoxville's curb's tricky. So Lance is running the bottom, I got to run the top. So I get a decent run here off of 2, clear Lance, which is huge, but I'm running the top of 3 and 4 anyways, so I know my inside is clear for the next corner. Now Dominic Selzy runs the bottom of 3 and 4, not the fastest lane. He goes to the top. Now I got to hit this really good. Hopefully I can get around and clear Dominic here. I really get up on the berm good. Finally hit the bottom off of 2, and I clear Dominic. Another big move to give me a lot of gap for whoever's behind me. So right now, rolling pretty good. Get back to the top of 3 and 4. Hopefully I can continue to hit my marks in 1 and 2 here. You have to be all up on the berm or you're not in the grip. Hit another really nice corner with a big run down the backstretch. Sliding Trey Starks here because I was close enough. I think he turns underneath me, but he's going to see that it's me and lift. So now I'm just logging laps here. I'm in a good spot. Got a little gap to the next lap car, and I've got through every lap car so far, you know, pretty much perfect. So I know there shouldn't be too much struggle with somebody behind me. So I have no idea what lap it is. I think it's pretty close to the break, but you just got to keep pushing there. The bottom's so tricky. You hit the berm, you get a little too high, you're loose. So this lap car in front of me is running slider line 3 and 4, which gives me a huge run to gain on him. Now I got over the curb a little bit there. He's running the bottom. I'm going to the bottom also because I just felt the most comfortable. got all over the berm there, bad corner, lost a lot of time there. I think this is when Reitzel catches me a little bit more coming to the halfway point. So hit a good 3 and 4. Again, the car was great. Again, here I probably could have ran the top of 1 and 2, but I think the break just happened. Oh no, it was a caution. Yeah, they threw the caution. Now we're going into the break. There I thought I should have ran top of 1 and 2 with that lap car running the bottom if I had to do it over again. But lap 25 here, going to the pits. My goal is to communicate with Phil, hey, what's the car doing? Hey, it's doing this. And then he's going to make the changes. Like I said before, we were too free, so Phil's going to come in here and tighten us up. I feel pretty confident because I wasn't really threatened after I got the lead. I feel like I knew what lines to run the rest of the race if I had my option. So right now I'm just trying to get cool, trying to get some water, just trying to settle down, just get refocused with this break like this. You're thinking about what could go wrong. What's everybody doing behind me? Is Donnie coming? Is Brad coming? You know, who's running really good right now? So obviously I'm going to get a TV interview here, which that's going to be a struggle. Talking to them and thinking about that and communicating with the crew chief. I wanted to use the same helmet. One of my crew guys gave me a different helmet, so then I was all flustered. No, I want the helmet I'm running. I wasn't using a lot of tear-offs. I didn't want to change it up, so a little bit of a stressful situation there just because sprint car racing, we don't have brakes in the race ever, and now we get to put new tires on. Guys get to work on their cars, so hopefully we make our race car better, but maybe we make it worse and somebody else makes it better. So definitely a weird time for a sprint car driver. You know, you got to trust your crew guys, not make any mistakes with bleeders, stagger, tire pressure. You know, we want to get the wicker bills clean, get all the mud off the car. But I knew if we tightened up a little bit and just ran my race, I would be in really good shape. So it's getting close to the end here of the work area. They dropped the car down. Phil's measuring ride heights and making sure we're all good. Is tuning on her a little more. So Cameron's getting my helmet all ready to go after I yelled at him. But I was in the heat of the moment. But he got me my right helmet back. You're just sweating hot. I mean, it's the summertime. Cameron cleans off the camera. We're doing last-minute changes here. Tyler's nut and bolt checking everything. Everybody else is putting fuel in the car, cleaning the car up. So we're getting towards the end. I think they blew a horn. Got my right helmet. Getting ready to go. And they're telling me, hey, I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. Good luck. Keep doing your thing. Phil's double, triple, quadruple checking because that's the way he is, which I'm all for. I think right here I'm yelling at the guys, clean the wicker bills off. Get those clean. You want every ounce of downforce you can get out there. So I think we had about 5 seconds to spare. We just made it. I think there was a problem with the bleeder, and we were checking it, and we're like, oh, make sure it's okay. Now I'm refocused. My helmet's on, my head sock's on, put my gloves on. All right, I got to refocus here, get my boundaries. I know I'm going to try to get a good restart and get this ball rolling again. You know, going into this, I had no idea it was going to go green the checkered. But you just have to wait and see kind of how the rest plays out. I feel lapping a couple guys there already was a good thing halfway through. That means the guys we already lapped probably aren't going to give it all their effort, or they're maybe going to drop out of the race. For me, at this point, less cars in the field is better than having more cars. So we're just here waiting to see till we go back green. So we're back out on the track, kind of warming up our tires, making sure, see how the car feels. We don't get much opportunity being in the front there to, you know, catch the pace car. So I think they tell us 1 to green right here. skip the video to shorten it up a little bit. Here we go. Green flag going, second half of the Knoxville Nationals with everybody in the house. We got so many sponsors there: Sage Family, Weiker's Livestock, Exalta, Jeff Gordon, Mark Weber. I got to get through 1 and 2. If I get through 1 and 2 and get in 3 on the top, you know you're not going to get past. So I get through 1 and 2 pretty solid. The car feels amazing on the top 3 and 4. We tightened up. It's not dragging the left rear as much, and boom, we feel a lot better. So here, nail 1 and 2, just rolling good laps right now. It's not going to be the only time I hit good laps, but it's so important to do that after the restart. If you don't get good laps, that just gives you such a big opportunity for somebody to slide you or pass you. So right here, all over the berm, was actually on the berm too much there, and it spit me out on exit. But luckily the car, look, I'm not even turning the wheel, just counter steering a little bit to the right, and the thing's on rails, and I know for a fact we're the best car in 3 and 4. 1 and 2, we were probably pretty good, but 3 and 4, the car was a rocket ship. It wasn't tripping up on the cushion. It was just rolling right around there, and I'm pretty hard on the throttle, not off the throttle much at all. So here we are, lap 4 or 5 after the green flag. Again, I'm not trying, since I was all up in the berm, it was spitting me out. I'm running it to the center and then trying to drift up a little bit, hit the moisture on exit, and seeing how that works. It's just so tricky to run the bottom lap after lap after lap, especially when it's getting thin like this. Right here, I miss it. As you can see, I enter in the corner, counter steer a lot, drift up more than I wanted to, and picked up some of the moisture on exit, but not all of it. So we're rolling good. Now we're seeing lap cars already. It's a pretty good thing. You're seeing lap cars already, but hey, you got to make moves. So right now I'm trying to watch these guys. All right, I know I'm running my lines. Bottom 1 and 2, top 3 and 4. Where are these lap cars running? I really got to get around these guys. It's coming down to crunch time. We only got about 15 to go. If I lap some of these guys really good, we'll be in good shape. So here Lance is giving up, pulling in, but since he was running the bottom, I ran the top and turned down and tried to shorten up the racetrack, not open up the door too much. So we're doing good. Going to the bottom here, Matt Jewell about spins it out right in front of me, so I had to make evasive action and turn right. Hopefully grab the moisture in the middle. Got a decent run here. Luckily, Matt Jewell going to the bottom in 3 and 4. If he went to the top there and slid in front of me, it would have been big problems for me. So luckily, he did not do that. I got around him. Now I could go again, run my lines. See Trey Starks there up ahead. We're going to try to gain on as much as we can. I know I lost time with Matt Jewell's slip up there, so I know I got to go and can't make many mistakes. So I'm running my lines. These guys were side by side. I think that was Paul McMahon. I ran the bottom, slid up in the middle, but the car stuck nice, and I was able to clear Paul, which is huge. Trey goes to the top. I have enough of a run to throw a slider on him. Once he sees me, that I'm the lead lap car, he's going to lift. So I get off of 4 decent, but right there, that gave me a gap for sure. Not even knowing where the guys are behind me, I knew that went extremely well. Go back to the bottom, run a good lap, running the top, nailing that thing. By this point, I think we're probably under 10 to go already. So I'm just focused. I'm not even logging in my head how many laps I've gone through. I'm just super focused at what's going on. I'm looking at the flagger on Hayes. He's showing us 10, 5 to go. Here, Parker runs the top. I throw a slider line there on him, and that works out perfect. Again, when you're a lead lap car and you throw a slider, especially at the Knoxville Nationals, those guys are going to lift, and was able to make that happen. Going back, we got a lot of open track here right now, so I'm just going to run my line, try to make these pretty much like qualifying laps, hit my marks, go as fast as I can, and see what happens. So I think that's maybe Shane Stewart ahead of me. He got rolling really good at the end of the race there, and I actually couldn't pass him and catch him and pass him. He was mowing through his guys for position there. He just threw a slider on somebody, and I said, oh man, where am I going to go here? They both go to the bottom, Brent Marks. So I couldn't stay down there. I entered pretty hard, picked up the marbles there in the center, but as you've seen, Brent got a lot better run off the corner, but luckily, boom, he runs the bottom of 3 and 4 because Shane ran the top, and that gives me another spot, another easy pass on a lap car, which does not happen a lot, and things went my way. So now Shane's got open track, I got open track. We're logging qualifying laps. I know now it's getting close to the end of the race. We're about probably 5-ish to go, but I'm just trying to go as fast as I can and not make any mistakes. Shane's really gaining on these guys. He must have been a little tight early and his car came alive there at the end, but I'm making decent laps, but I would say Shane was just as fast as me there at the end. 1 and 2 is just super tricky. Maybe if I was a little bit more open-minded in 1 and 2 running the top, maybe mixing it up a little bit, but as you see, I enter really low on the berm, get up on the berm, and it shoots me out on exit. I pick up the marbles, because if you're in that middle spot there, if you're not all the way at the bottom and then in that black slick part, it is no good at all. You either want to be in the marbles or you want to be in the way bottom. So here we go. Shane passes Ian Madsen. We got a group of cars here, super packed. Think we're running the top, closing on Ian Madsen. You know, there's 4 cars nose to tail here. I think Shane slides somebody. And this is where Ian Madsen gets in the wall, turns down, and I have to get off the gas, go to the middle, and then Ian decides he can't run the bottom and just drives across to the top. And luckily, I had a good enough run to pass him and clear him there. Even though I had plenty of a lead there, that was a huge pass to just put him away, because that could have been really bad and slowed me down to second or so. So now we're racing with Corey Eliason here, and I think Joey Saldana, and we're coming to the white flag, and poking my nose, got to run the bottom because Joey ran slider line and Corey ran the top. Luckily I was able to get by Corey, and then Joey's been running the top all race. Get underneath Joey, hit the bottom pretty solid. I'm up on the berm. It spits me out a little bit, not too happy, but I'm going to the top in 3 and 4. This is white flag. This is turn 3 and 4 to get the job done. I knew it was the white flag and put my hand out. Boom. Game over. I was just in kind of shock because the race went so fast in that second half. You know, we had 3 or 4 cautions there in the first half of the race, but I was just totally in awe and shock that it happened. You know, here I didn't do any extra laps under caution or after the checker. I'm going straight to the pits. I have no idea how much fuel I have left. I'm not risking making weight. Just totally a surreal moment. Now it's starting to sink in a little bit, and it feels damn good, you know, to lead a lot of laps a couple years ago when I had the perfect night and had the engine brake. You know, it was such a bummer, but here, Ross Weiss is giving me a mic. They wanted to mic up the winner from Knoxville and do all those things in the press conference and stuff. So he's micing me up, and I'm saying, man, did I really just win the Knoxville Nationals? Because it wasn't easy, but it's like there's no dramas for me. And rarely do you win a big race like this with no dramas. If you've seen the 2 National Opens I've won, I had the whole drama with Stevie Smith. I had to battle adversity with James McFadden when I won my 2nd National Open. It was just surreal that it went so smooth. Patrick's ecstatic, Tyler's ecstatic. You know, he's telling me there that nobody was even close, that we killed them. It's just feeling really good to do it for Jeff Exalta for their first race weekend with us. I mean, they took a big risk to help us out. For Bobby's hard work, Phil's hard work to pay off. Bobby spent countless dollars on team shoes and crew shirts for all the people in the t-shirt trailer and matching shorts. I mean, everybody put in a lot of effort to make this deal happen. Shell shock. There's just so much stuff that went into this deal. Phil prepared a great race car for this all to transpire, to all happen the way it did. You just could not have scripted any better, and it was a dream come true. So I hope you guys like this video. I could possibly do this for more in-car videos as we have nothing to do here with this pandemic. So hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you could relate more what's going on through my head. But it was a week I'll never forget. Winning the Capitani Classic, winning our prelim night, and winning that A-main is just something I'll never forget. Philip, Patrick, Tyler, Bobby, something we'll all never forget together, something that was an amazing accomplishment, amazing feeling, and good times, man, really good times. Very fortunate I get to experience this stuff. So we'll talk to you guys later. Please, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. Ring that bell and turn on notifications so when I put new uploads, you get notifications. And comment in the comment section. Let me know if you liked this video or didn't like this video, if you want to see more, and maybe I could do some more for you guys. So make sure you like this video also, and we'll talk to you soon, guys. Be safe.